Hello, everyone. My name is James. I'm a member of the Roleplay Podcast crew. We're located out of South Georgia. There's currently myself and 3 members of the group. We're looking at a 4th that may be joining us. I'm not sure on that yet. Anyway, we've been working on the game room and the setup for the stream and all, and I just wanted to put it up and share it with everybody to kind of give everybody an idea of what we're going to be doing and what we're going to look like. We're going to play several different games over a course of time. Our first, of course, is Dungeons and Dragons. We play first edition core rules. We use Unearthed Arcana, and that we use that for like the few extra new classes and level caps. And then we use second edition primarily for magical items and spells. So, but the core rules we use, there's basically house rules attached to first edition core rules. Our first adventure, I'm going to be the DM. It will be a Dragonlance adventure, which will be based in the time frame of War or the Dragons of Summer Flame. If you've ever read that book, it's like right before the Age of Mortals campaign. Our campaign is an alternate timeline, and it takes the place of Dragons of Summer Flame, and it's called the Echoes of Kryn campaign. I don't want to say any more, at risk of giving away key parts of it and all. We'll just leave it a surprise. But we're going to be streaming at least twice a month, maybe 3 times a month, if I can keep everybody motivated enough to do that, because 2 of our members have a 2-hour drive from Savannah, so it's not quite as easy. We may have a secondary group that we'll pick up that's all local, where we can play during downtime and play in just separate campaigns or maybe even different games. As I said, the first one will be Dragonlance. The stream itself for all games that we're going to play is, as of right now, is generally this layout here that you see in front of you. I wanted to go full screen, but I needed room to be able to put down information that we needed. Below the stream itself, you'll notice I've got different boxes you can click to go to different areas, like our Facebook group page. There's a box down there with a link, and then our YouTube channel, which is currently pretty much empty except for this video. It'll pick up over time. We have a blog page. It's a website. It's pretty extensive. Links down there as well. There's a donation box. We won't openly ask for donations, although as you can see, we've already had 2 small donations, and we haven't even started yet. And thanks Cindy and Terry for that. Anything that we get through donations, it goes directly back into the stream. I've done sunk personally 1,500-ish plus on the whole setup. I've got miniatures coming, battle maps, dungeon and wilderness tiles. Yeah, a neat little program. I think it's called Sirenscape. You can Google it up. It's a neat little program that I want to try to insert. I've got a boom arm coming that we're going to try an overhead microphone setup, so it'll kind of clear up the table. We got a lot more left to do, but this is the general feel of it. Anyway, this is the Dungeons and Dragons setup. The stream is brighter when we're playing. I've got all the lights turned out with the dark window, the curtains behind me, or in front of me, so it's darker in here than normal. Our next game that we're looking, yes, you guessed it, it is Star Wars RPG. The old West End game Star Wars, not the new, the new stuff that Wizards of the Coast. Back this and here is where the only dice you use are 6-sideds, which was way cool. We have played it before, and the timeline that we played is like shortly after Return of the Jedi, where the different factions have split up, and the last time we played was in the Elrude sector. But I'll fire this up where it'll be just a brand new campaign. My one of our group members, Wendell Nelson, he's like my best friend. He is just an incredible DM, and he is primarily a Greyhawk player, so I'm sure he'll be firing up his legendary Temple of Elemental Evil campaign after mine. This isn't going to be this is kind of an intro adventure, but it'll last a little while for the Dragonlance, and then I'm sure we're going to rotate it. He'll be doing it next. I think Joe has expressed that he wanted to try to jump in the DM position, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, this was the Star Wars setup. Nothing special. Pretty much basically like the Dungeons & Dragons. The next game that we're looking at is EverQuest role-playing game. This is an interesting thing. I have all the books for this as well. It's kind of interesting since everybody in our group has played the original EverQuest. And I, myself, and I think Joe is... I think our accounts. I think he's playing the free account, but I've let mine shut down for a bit to take a break. But I'm probably going back. But we've all played EverQuest. I've played it since it released, off and on. So this will be kind of fun, I think. Yeah, I think it plays 3.5 edition rules for D&D. I think. I'm not sure, and if that's the case, then I'll have to learn it a little bit enough to where I can play this and DM it. But this is another game that we're looking at playing in. So I'm hoping that this is something that we get to jump into in the future, because I'm really looking at this hard. I love EverQuest. Finally, yes, Lord of the Rings, or as the game itself is called, Middle-earth role-playing. It's the original, the one that I'm looking at is the original Middle-earth role-playing game. But I know I'm not sure if it's the same people or what has released a hardback. And I haven't even checked to see if there's anything released off of that. And I may look at it. It looks... I don't know any of the rules. I don't know what rule set it runs off of. But this is something that we want to get into as well. Huge Lord of the Rings fans here. All of us are. So, like I say, Middle-earth Online, Star Wars RPG, EverQuest, and Dungeons & Dragons. The game itself, we're looking at in the future, not far off. Everybody's trying to get everything in order in real life, and once that happens, we're going to all start planning and setting up our times and everything that we want to meet. Wendell, he's retired, so he's got a couple of years before he kicks in Social Security. So he don't know if he wants to go get him like a part-time job or something like that to have him some extra money until he does get that in. And then Joe and Jen have got some things coming on, are coming about, so they're getting their self squared away. My son is I'm going to be a grandfather here soon, and so I'm going to be helping my son hopefully get set up, him and his future bride to be. So all of us have some things that we're trying to get worked out right now, but overall, we're hopefully going to get this started up relatively soon. All the information will be posted on our links below, our Facebook page, our blog page. There'll be some more testing videos coming up here. Nothing special, but we'd appreciate it. People click follow. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, that would be awesome. We will announce way ahead of time what dates and times and all that we're going to be getting together, where it gives people ample time. If you happen to miss our stream and say you've been keeping up with everything we're doing, we're going to upload all our streams to YouTube, and they'll be on the blog page as well. So you can just simply go back, look at the date, and say, here's the one I need to watch or whatever. So we're going to be hopefully using miniatures. I have 2 webcams set up for D&D, so we'll see. But I appreciate it and hope to see everybody soon.